13 fascinating facts about ants. These little animals are incredible. Knowing some of the strangest, most fascinating, and bizarre facts you've never heard of will blow your head. Check out the fascinating information about them listed below. 1. Ants do not possess ears. They cannot be said to be deaf, but when they detect danger or search for food, they employ vibrations to hear sound. The subgenual organ under their knee is where they detect vibrational sounds. 2. Ants do not have lungs. The next question that will pique our interest will be how they breathe. A series of holes on the sides of their bodies, known as spiracles, are intricately connected to a network of tubes that aid in the distribution of oxygen to every cell of their body. When the ants move, oxygen is circulated through the tubes, and carbon dioxide is expelled through the same tubes. 3. Strength of superhuman. They are known as superhumans due to their ability to carry weights ranging from 10 to 50 times their weight. However, carrying weight varies according to species. It's strange but true that Asian weaver ants can carry 100 times their weight. 4. Ants have 2 stomachs. Do you believe they binge all the time and hence require an additional stomach? No way, no how. One stomach holds food for their personal use, while the other stomach holds food for other ants. This process of transfer of food is called trophallaxis. 5. Ants create slaves. You may have heard of people creating slaves and using them, but it will shock you to learn that some ant species, including Polyrgus lucidus, are also known to create slaves. They are thought to take over nearby ant colonies and make them as slaves to labor for them. 6. Some kinds of ants can swim. However, not all species of ants can swim. Although they cannot swim well, they have the instinct and capacity to survive in water. They use the doggy paddle to swim, which allows them to float for extended periods. 7. Some ant species are asexual. But some Amazonian ants reproduce via cloning rather than the typical method of reproduction. The queen ants replicate themselves and produce genetically identical daughters, resulting in a colony with no males. 8. Ants are given specific jobs to complete. Ants are social insects, just like us. They all collaborate. Each ant colony receives a portion of the work, which is then dispersed among the many ant species. Only laying eggs is the queen ant's only function. 9. Homeless ants. While most ant species live in colonies, not all do. Some ant species, known as army ants, go through 2 stages of life, one nomadic and the other stationary. Because they are nomadic, these ants attack other colonies and insects for food. They build a temporary nest for the night and are on the move again the next morning. They come to a halt during the stationary phase when the queen lays eggs and the colony waits for the eggs to hatch. During this phase, the ants create a nest out of their bodies to protect the queen, eggs, and food. 10. Ants, like humans, are farmers. You may be wondering how and what these ants farm. These ants are the only insects on the planet that farm other animals. We practice animal rearing and raise cows, goats, sheep, and fish to obtain food from these animals, just as the ant does with other insects. 11. Colonies are larger than your typical ant farm. Ant colonies exist in a wide variety of forms and sizes. Although some species live in colonies of only a few dozen ants, the average ant colony has thousands of individual ants. Smaller colonies nest in natural nooks or holes, but bigger colonies build massive nests and seek supplies and food. 12. Ants can become zombies. The most bizarre fact about ants is probably that there is a certain type of fungus that infects ants and takes over their bodies. The fungus gains access to the ant's exoskeleton and starts consuming soft tissue. It quickly leads to the ant leaving its colony as a result of unknown processes. The ant finds a leaf next, bites it with a death grip, and dies. The fungus then spews forth spores that infect more ants a few days later. To save the colony as a whole, some ant species have developed the capacity to identify sick colony members and move them far away. 13. Ants sting like bullets. The bullet ant is claimed to have the world's most excruciating sting. Their sting has been described as being struck by a bullet because they thrive in humid rainforest environments like the Amazon.